Welcome back to Keep It Real Boxing. This is CypherBox. Just want to do a video on Tyson Fury. As you would already know, that Tyson Fury has been given the all clear to fight by UKAD and the British Boxing Board of Control after his hearing with them. Now, it's interesting, this one, because in terms of what was decided from that hearing, it would appear that Tyson Fury, the reason they've allowed him to fight again and allowed him now to officially reapply for his boxing license from the British Boxing Board of Control, is that he's accepted a deal with the British Boxing Board of Control and UKAD, which is that he will accept a backdated 2-year suspension. So basically, all the time that he's been off now, that he's obviously been out of action, will be classed as his suspension period for his failed drug test back in January 2015 before he fought Vladimir Klitschko. Now, to me that sounds like you've pretty much put your hands up and said, if that's the case, that's all I've read so far about it, if that's the case, then you've pretty much put your hands up and said, I'm guilty, I accept my punishment, can I have my license back? And they've said, yeah. Can you go and fight? Yeah, you can. We'll class that as a backdated suspension, 2-year suspension. As far as we're concerned, you've served your suspension. You can now start fighting and reapply for your license. Personally, it was me. Tyson Fury's, he's stressed about his innocence, that, he's never taken PEDs, etc. and stuff like that. And if that was the case, why would you accept a deal like that? But I suppose at the same time, with so much that's gone on, he wants to get back into the ring. He thought, well, sod it, I'll just take this, backdated suspension. They're not going to suspend me any more further, and they're not going to fine me, as far as we know now. I will put the article that I got this information from in the link of this video, as always. But yeah, so it seems like he's cracked a deal with them, and that deal is that he will accept a 2-year backdated suspension. Alright, so now that's done and dusted. Apparently now all the stuff with UKAD has been cleared up. He's obviously still got to reapply for his license with the British Boxing Board of Control, so that should happen. There shouldn't be any more issues going forward. He's obviously been doing, he's on Instagram doing his videos. He did a couple of videos, with the return of the Mac and music playing in the background from, what's his name? Oh God, what is his name again? Forgotten that artist's name now. But it's just jumped out of my head. But you know which track I'm on about if you're old school like me. And he's getting all excited, and everyone's getting all excited, and everyone's expecting him to, come back and fight Anthony Joshua and later on in 2018. Personally, if it was from my point of view, I think that's a mistake. I think, he's been away from the ring for 2 years. He hasn't been training. He's not been running. He's not been keeping up with his fitness at all. He's probably been living, an unhealthy lifestyle for the last 2 years. And even with a tune-up fight, even if he gets down to weight and then he has a nice tune-up fight to get himself back into, I think he needs maybe 1, 2, potentially 3 tune-up fights, to knock off the ring rust, to get himself back, because you don't know how you're going to be after that such a long time out of the ring and not being competitive. You've changed the metrics of your body, that you now are trying to go back to being an athlete, a fighter, a boxer, and I'm pretty sure Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn in their heads have probably thought to themselves, yeah, you know what, if he does come back, we want to get him early. So they're saying, yeah, 2018, let's make that fight happen, have a tune-up, have 2 tune-ups, and then we'll have you at the end of the year. And in their head, they're probably thinking, well, he's not going to be match fit or ready for Anthony Joshua even by that time. So that will be the perfect time to fight him. I think he should hold off. I think he should allow Joshua to fight Parker, potentially Wilder, some other fighters, and just focus on himself to get back into fitness, back into good fight condition before he takes on Anthony Joshua. So I think if I was Tyson Fury, if it was me, I would probably wait till early 2019, mid 2019, before having that fight. I know a lot of fans out there are calling for this fight, but it's not like he's going, it's not like Deontay Wilder, Anthony or Joseph Parker. They're fit. They're ready. You know, they just need their 12 week training camp and they're good to go. It's not the case with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has been on a layoff, a 2-year layoff, living an unhealthy lifestyle, having a lot of personal issues to deal with. And we've seen him he's showing motivation that he's up for training again, but all we've seen him really do is hit the old foam sticks and, you know, the pads. You know, we haven't actually seen him do any road work, any weightlifting, or, do you know what I mean, anything to trim down that weight. That's all great, having fun and getting, you know, getting your love back for the sport, and that will help him, but it won't help him in terms of preparing him for a competitive match or a competitive fight. And I think he's way off that at the moment. I think he needs to take a couple of good tune-up fights, then maybe potentially take on someone like a journeyman or, you know, a contender, you know, someone like that Dillian White type, and then move on to Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and all those other top names in the division. I don't think he should rush himself at all. I don't even think he should fight Tony Bellew in May, because I don't even think he'll be ready for that kind of fight by then. That's just my personal opinion. You know, he could prove me wrong, don't get me wrong, but a 2-year layoff, living an unhealthy lifestyle, having a lot of mental illness issues to deal with, and other things that have been going on, his battle with the British Boxing Board of Control and the UKAD, it takes a lot out of you. And you know what, you need to take your time and gradually work your way back into the sport. I don't think it's a wise decision for him. I think he needs to take his time seriously, in my opinion, but we'll have to wait and see. You know, if he rushes it, I think, you know, it could end up hurting him and costing him big time in terms of his career. I think he should be smart, in my opinion, personally. Let me know what you think. What do you think about Tyson Fury being back? Personally, I think it's great because he is an entertaining character, and I love different characters in the sport. I enjoy, you know, the trash talk, because I'm not too fond of, you know, oh, he's a great fighter, and the whole, you know, like how Joshua and Klitschko were being to each other in terms of their build-up of their fight. I like seeing fighters getting up in each other's faces, being a little bit disrespectful to one another, you know, trash talking each other. You know, it builds up the fight, it adds to the entertainment. After the fight's done, you know, then of course you can embrace each other and respect each other and congratulate each other. But, you know, I like to see all this sort of trash talking stuff, and Tyson Fury is definitely that individual. He definitely brings that level of entertainment, so I think it's good that he's back, and he's a very good boxer. He might not be a knockout artist, but he is a very talented individual, so it's great. You know, he's got a different style of boxing to contribute to the heavyweight division, and, you know, I look forward to seeing him come back, but I just think he should be smart in the way he does it. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's a great idea? Do you think it's great that Tyson Fury's back? And what do you think? You know, do you think Tyson Fury should just jump straight back in there, have a couple of tune-ups, and then go for Joshua, or really take his time and get his fitness back up to a level where he can really compete against the likes of, you know, Joshua, Wilder, etc. Let me know what you think. As always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, this is Cyphbox reminding you to keep it real.